Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman sat near Abe's monument on the waterfront. A man could never have a better friend. You've played a significant role in my life for a very long time. The fact that you were there for me was consoling. You also know just the right things to say to bring me out of my own brain. Roman responded, I wonder if you ever realized how much that meant to me and how much I loved our friendship. Roman choked back sobs. I don't know why we never managed to locate you before you passed away. But, God, I really do miss you. You were such a unique individual, remarked Roman. Roman's emotions overcame him, and he began to cry. Kristen and Sean had lunch together in the bar. Belle raised an eyebrow as Sean downed a beer. Sean, you have work to do. Do you believe that you ought to be drinking? Belle inquired. Sean argued that one beer was fine because it was hot outside. I am taking a lunch break. I'm not intoxicated, Sean said. Belle gave Sean a disapproving glance. Belle remarked, I tried to give you space because I know you're hurting. Belle vowed to stop supporting Sean's drinking. Fine. You are in charge. Why don't I actually skip lunch as well, Sean complained. Sean stormed out after declaring that he had lost his appetite. What the heck was that all about? Roman inquired as he approached Belle's table. Belle said that Sean was still abusing alcohol because he felt bad about Beau's health. Roman said, I was expecting he'd calm down on himself by now. Sean knows no one is to blame. He simply cannot quit hating himself, according to Belle. When EJ and Kate arrived at the hospital and burst into Megan's room to confront her, they were shocked to see Gabby handcuffed in Megan's place. Where in the hell is Megan? EJ inquired. The hospital was where Gabby went to confront Megan about brainwashing Harris, she said. EJ revealed to Gabby that his memory had returned and that Megan had been the driving force behind the Stefan murder plot. I came here to choke the truth out of Megan, EJ declared. I came up here to do the same, Gabby affirmed. Gabby was questioned by EJ over how Megan managed to turn the tables on her despite Megan having a gunshot wound. Rolf grabbed Gabby from behind as she was questioning Megan, according to Gabby. What made Dr. Rolf decide to return? It was Kate. Rolf had come back, Gabby remarked, because he'd heard that EJ and Kristen had gotten their memories back. EJ questioned, Do you have any idea where they went? Rolf had brought up a submarine, Gabby remarked with a shrug. EJ quickly left the hospital. Even though I desperately want EJ to find Megan, Gabby said, I'm sure she's at the bottom of the sea by now. Gabby questioned Kate's presence at the meeting with Megan after Kate requested assistance from the police with the handcuffs. Gabby questioned, How are you involved with her? Gabby said she would understand if Kate wanted to kill Megan after Kate said that Megan had tried to kill her. Sean entered the space with a vengeance, demanding to know which of the two women had let Megan to flee, scoffing Gabby. Sean released the handcuffs, and Gabby informed him that Rolf had escaped on a submarine with Megan. How recently did they depart? Shaw inquired. Gabby offered, Perhaps an hour. Sean quickly left the room. Gwen accepted Dimitri's proposal at the Salem Inn. I'm shocked. Don't get me wrong, I'm delighted, but shocked, acknowledged Dimitri. After Megan was shot, Gwen claimed she had been hesitant but had already changed her mind. Gwen clarified that while Megan's comments had influenced her choice somewhat, Dimitri's reaction to his mother's predicament had been the primary factor. I could see your affection for her and your fear of losing her. And it went beyond just that. I just think I got a different side of you, Dimitri, Gwen said. A side that's soft and fragile. Dimitri was more than just his previous criminal behavior, Gwen saw. Dimitri, you are a person. And a gorgeous one at that, Gwen remarked. Dimitri stated, Whenever I'm with you, I always feel like the man I always was supposed to be. Gwen wouldn't regret her choice, Dimitri swore. Should we formally announce it? Dimitri remarked while getting down on one knee and holding the ring box. Gwen put on the ring before giving Dimitri a deep kiss. Dimitri backed away from Gwen. I need to tell my mother the wonderful news, he added. Gwen expressed her dissatisfaction by asking Dimitri whether they had time to celebrate their engagement. And Gwen fell onto the bed while grinning. Gwen made a joke about how they should retain his mother's knowledge of their delay after sex. Every time I look at you, you seem to become more alluring, Dimitri said. I don't know how it's possible. After giving Gwen a kiss, Dimitri told her he was eager to wed her. After a little pause, Dimitri suggested that they visit the courthouse to get married. After some thought, Gwen proposed a more seductive setting. I have no idea even what I want. That's why I wanted some extra time to think it over before we say I do. Seriously, honey, what's the rush? Gwen queried. With effort, Dimitri smiled. I'm just a little antsy since I've been waiting my whole life for someone like you, Dimitri stated. Gwen claimed to comprehend. Since I've never really been married, Gwen declared, I really want to make it special. I'll keep my word, Gwen. Yes, it will be, Dimitri assured. A month before his 40th birthday, Dimitri inquired with Gwen about a wedding. Dimitri revealed with a sheepish grin that he had made a pledge to marry before turning 40. I detest breaking commitments. To me in particular, Dimitri stated. Gwen questioned, but why 40? Dimitri rambled on about it being a turning point in adulthood. To get married before his birthday, Gwen consented. Kristen demanded to know why Leo was rummaging through the desk in the Dimitri living room. Kristen threatened to contact the police when Leo made up the existence of a corkscrew. Leo claimed his innocence, and Kristen reprimanded him for once robbing Abigail of valuables on the night of her murder. Leo claimed he desired the reality. What truth are you seeking? Kristen questioned. Leo clarified his search for information regarding Dimitri. Why in the world would you want to find out the truth about him? Kristen inquired. Leo emphasized his desire to keep Gwen safe. It is really arrogant of you to assume that my nephew's marriage proposal isn't genuine, Kristen replied. When I discovered you in the hidden room, I informed you of this. And you mentioned that it seemed something familiar, Leo remarked. Leo questioned Kristen as to whether she understood why Dimitri was so keen to wed Gwen. Kristen recalled Dimitri's scheme to use Gwen to obtain money. That face is the face of someone remembering something, Leo remarked. Kristen acknowledged that Dimitri could be marrying Gwen for a secret purpose. Leo responded, if you remember the real reason your prodigal nephew wanted to marry Gwen, then in the name of all that is holy, spill the tea. Gwen deserved to know the truth, Leo contended. Gwen owed Kristen, she countered, because she had obtained her pardon. You and EJ would still be restrained in the hidden chamber, Leo contended, if I hadn't been Johnny's on the spot and arrived when I did. Kristen substituted an edible bouquet as payment for his assistance. Is that all then? You Dimitris just stick together and mistreat everyone else. Leo queried. Kristen hissed. We Dimitris protect what's ours. Leo was told to leave by Kristen. Leo sneaked up the stairs without Kristen noticing after pretending to leave the house. Nicole went to Avi's grave near the docks to leave flowers. Eric came around the corner as Nicole kissed her fingertips and caressed the picture of Abe. I thought I'd come down and pay my respects as well, remarked Eric. Eric inquired about Nicole's condition. Nicole said that the doctor had given her the all-clear, but EJ wasn't there during the appointment. EJ and Kristen visited your mother to try if she could jog their memories of the reason Megan led them into the hidden chamber, Nicole said. Eric questioned why EJ didn't wait until Nicole's doctor's appointment was finished. He wanted to come to my appointment, but I persuaded him that it was more crucial that he regain his memory, if that were even possible, in order to hold his insane sister accountable for her actions. After Nicole's scare, Eric indicated he was worried about her health. Please understand that EJ is equally worried about his unborn child. He also loves me and this infant. Also, I adore him, Nicole retorted. After leaving you alone for weeks, Eric stated, I shouldn't question EJ's devotion to you or the baby. It's just a knee-jerk reaction. Nicole shook her head and expressed her regret for being how much suffering you must be through right now. Following everything that has transpired about the infant and Abe, it's simply really tragic, remarked Eric. Nicole's eyes started to cry up. I'm still in shock that he's gone. It is so unjust. He was such a great person, Nicole added. Abe died, according to Nicole, because he was watching out for Paulina and Channel. And he definitely always watched out for me. Nicole referred to it as a father. Nicole sobbed as Eric put his hands on her shoulders. Nicole said, I'll miss him. Nicole was embraced by Eric as EJ entered the docks. EJ released a gulp of air. Nicole explained, I was just dropping flowers for Abe when I ran into Eric. Seems to be a very moving memorial. Clearly, he had a lot of fans, EJ said. Concerning Marlena, Nicole inquired. EJ said that Megan had left the hospital before he could face her, even though he had regained his memory. EJ stated, Rolf gave a helping hand. Are you aware of any potential destinations for them? Eric queried. EJ clarified that he thought Rolf and Megan had escaped on the submarine. EJ glanced towards the ocean and added, It looks like Megan has been gone for a while. Nicole reassured EJ, Justice will catch up to her eventually. EJ nodded and inquired about the doctor. Nicole claimed the infant was in good health. EJ grinned and informed Nicole that he had once more requested the specialist. I have complete faith in your doctor. EJ stated, I just wanted to bring Dr. Sorensen back into the fold because I disliked missing our first appointment. EJ assured Nicole that he would accompany her throughout the entire pregnancy. Nicole was given a kiss by EJ while Eric turned away in disgust. Nicole and EJ arrived back at the Dimitri estate. Just wanted to let you know that I was hugging Eric when you arrived on the docks, Nicole remarked. EJ cut in, You don't have to explain. Nicole was visibly upset at Abe's memorial. According to EJ, Nicole added, I truly appreciate you understanding. We adore one another. We are expecting a child together. To me, that is the only thing that matters. EJ assured Nicole that their family of 3 was his top priority. Kate went back to the bar, where Roman was still chatting with Belle. Roman asked, Where have you been? Kate stated that she had visited the hospital to see how Harris was doing. But what about that? While I was there, Megan escaped, Kate remarked. Sean had arrived at the hospital, according to Kate, and was looking for Megan. Belle had a worried expression on her face. Sean called Hope from the docks to inform her of Megan's escape. I don't want you and Dad to suffer any more harm than you already have, Sean replied. Hope was tasked by Sean to inform Beau that he loved him and missed him every day. Sean hung up the phone and drew a bottle of alcohol from his coat pocket before taking a sizable sip. Gwen ran into Kristen in the square, and the two of them discussed Kristen's kidnapping. I'm happy to see you're in good shape, Gwen said. I've had a few frightening dreams and my recall is still a little hazy. Other than that, hopefully no permanent harm, added Kristen. About Gwen, Kristen inquired. Gwen smiled and extended her hand to display her engagement ring. Gwen said, I'm engaged. Leo searched Dimitri's possessions in his room at the Dimitri house. A piece of paper was hidden in the book's pages after Leo accidentally pushed it off a table. Leo took the piece of paper out and noticed that it included the conditions for Dimitri's inheritance. Sadie von Leishner. I've got you now, Leo murmured. Dimitri entered his room once more. Dimitri yelled, Stark. Leo held out the documents and stated, I am about to expose you for the vicious swindler you are. Leo yanked the document away as Dimitri reached for it. The game is over. Leo remarked, You're only marrying Gwen to get your hands on this cash. Dimitri stumbled. That's absurd. When Leo said he would tell Gwen, Dimitri violently grabbed Leo by the collar. Dimitri kissed Leo after holding him tight. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.